everybody, welcome back to Thief Simulator New Game Plus. So, changing it up a bit, you may notice that we now have $276, which is probably not what we ended with. I don't actually know, but if we go into my inventory, you will also see that I have safe cracking tools now. So I didn't play any in between, but I decided I'm not having as much fun in New Game Plus as in the regular game mode, but I still would like to do it and get the cloaking device. So instead of collecting one of everything to display like I was going to, we're just selling everything. So I went through, I kept the stuff that I needed for Black Bay, and I sold the rest of it. I sold some stuff on Black Bay, got 76 because the safe cracking tools for 2,500, and bought the safe cracking tools. So now we have the only things left at the hideout are stuff that we need more of for Black Bay, and from now on we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to clear out the house. We're going to go back to the hideout there, or the home, and put it all in the safe until we're finished with the house. But then after that, we're going to sell it all. So we're going to keep buying the stuff that we need to continue to break into stuff. So I think the only actual break-in tool that I'm missing right now that may stall me is or at least in Greenview, is the mini electric lockpick, which is for the level 3 locks. Now, we should be fine without it. Um, Obviously, some stuff in New Game Plus has changed a bit, so it will be a little bit, so it's hard to tell. But we should be fine without it. The safe cracking tools is really what was holding us back, because any house with a safe, we just straight up couldn't do it. Whereas there's generally other ways around, like the level 3 locks, because for the most part, you should be able to get into all the houses through windows, even if you have to break them and then hide with the crowbar. So our next stop, like we just did the Powells a couple weeks ago, so now we're going to do the Watsons right next door, because why not? Now I see you moving around in there a lot. I don't think I shouldn't be trespassing here. Oh, and also there is a trick that you can do here. Oh, right. You can actually do that, and that'll make them show up, and then you can mark them. Now, obviously, that's a real dick move, but who cares? So now she's out, but just before I started recording, I actually saw her leave. So that, like, where that blue starts is probably the start of the blue. Alright. So we can climb the fence in the back. Yeah, see, and she's already home. We have the back garden, or backyard. I guess this would be the garden. Yeah. Here, so we got a ramp out back that we can very quickly get out of this place from, which is great. A fast escape is the best that you can hope for in this game, because, like, obviously you want to take it easy breaking in, but breaking out is, sadly enough, the hard part a lot of the time. Now let's see, do they have... Yeah, see, like, if I had the glass knife, that would obviously help us out a bit, but not like a huge amount. And then we got an old toaster here. Guess I'll just take that. Oh, a note. Oh, there's a pricey coffee machine. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I made it through the entire game and did not realize that you could actually go through their trash. So that's awesome. Alright. So, I can't believe I didn't know that. Do I buy the micro camera? Because it used to be broken on New Game Plus, apparently, where it wouldn't give you, like, the full day. Anyway, sleeping car, 12, right? Doo-doo. Alright. Guess we can just go this way. Hopefully he's still in the garden. So I feel like the garden would probably be a good... Oh, nice. There we go. I feel like oh, he leaves for like a second. The garden would probably be a good place to start. There is... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the garden to steal. We'll also be buying the van at some point once we get the rest of the tools that we need. Uh, but hopefully we'll get the car lockpick gun before then, because I imagine once I start stealing, or have the ability anyway to steal cars, that will definitely net me a good chunk of money. I won't be doing, like, I'll obviously be stealing the car on camera, but like I'll be selling it off camera because you have to take them apart to sell them, and it takes a long time. Like, it's insane how long it takes to take them apart, because these guys also made, what is it called? They made some car mechanic game anyway, and I have a feeling that they like took parts of that game, or like a part of that game, and put it into this one for that, which is fine. I mean, I don't know how realistic it is. I mean, you have to take them apart in a certain order and everything, which is, as far as I'm aware, realistic. Knowing absolutely dick all about cars, it's hard to tell. Alright, so I can't see even any lights on, so they may actually have went to bed. Yeah, they're back there. But that's fine if I'm heard by a tenant. I want them to come and answer their door. Come on. Wow, you're taking... Oh, there it is. I was like, wow, you're taking a roundabout way to get there, but there we go. Alright, so we now have all of their shit that we need. So he's chilling in the kitchen, she's in the bedroom. If I pop over this quickly enough. Okay, so she's in bedroom 2, but for some reason went outside. Or maybe she's the one that's supposed to be in the kitchen. I don't know. One of them's in the kitchen. Oh. Okay, so it just switched to bedroom 2 for her, and he hasn't moved, so she must be the top one. Now, why kitchen would be outside, I don't know. But anyway. Alright, now then, are you one of those weirdos who likes to stare out the window? Looks like. It's not good for me. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? We got... The old toaster is probably the one that was in the front yard. So we have 3 things and a pile of cash. Damn it, I was hoping there might be like curtains on the window. Every once in a while there's one with curtains, but... How was that? I'm getting like a... I don't know what that was. Okay, there we go. She looked away. Cash. 1, 2. Apparently she can't see me from there. 3. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with the toaster outside and the cash. Alright, so that's the garden clear. Now, apparently there's a utility room with 3 things in it, including a small TV. So now I need to... Oh man, that glass knife would be great. Now we can see if I can lockpick this back door. I can. Nice. This might even be the utility room. Okay. There we are. That lockpicking is, well, it's significantly easier than, sadly enough, than the level lower than it. Okay, there's 1. There's the cash. How many things did I say? 3? Yeah, the camera, the cash, and the small TV. So it actually looks like we might have chance, because that person is down lower. That person might actually be coming up the stairs. No, they're turning. Good, good. Go. Ah, perfect. Alright, so for the moment we have a way in, but if either of them go into the utility room, they will see that their door is unlocked and call the cops. Now, oh, I also don't know why I opened that. I guess you can open that slowly in case you're parked like close to the house. I mean, technically, I don't know actually if you could do. Like, if they're not home and you manage to get their garage open, you could theoretically pull in. Not these guys, obviously. I don't have a garage, but there are other places that do. Um, oh, you know what, though? I should have... you know what? I'll leave it for now. And it's locked again, so... You know what? I am going to go do it. Because, like, there are places with garages, and theoretically you could park your vehicle in them if you really wanted to be ballsy, but you would really need to make sure that nobody goes near the garage. Let's move it a bit just so that we get the auto save, get our checkpoint. It's also really weird that, like, you have to move the vehicle to get the checkpoint. Like, if you just get into the vehicle and then get out of it, that's not, like, that doesn't count. I also don't know if these guys can see me over the fence. Oh, okay, he's in the living room now. Okay, so our next thing on here is the kitchen, where there's 5 things, including a pricey coffee pot. I don't know how this got relocked. I also don't know, do they have a gate into their backyard? I think as soon as I leave the property, like, everything gets relocked. I don't know if they have a gate into their backyard. Like, if I had a place, well, I don't know. I guess I might still lock it. What is that? Break or steal the kiss painting. Why are you way over? You know, I'm gonna. Okay, so this is clearly the kitchen, not the living room. What are you doing, dude? Like, why are you in here? So let's see. In said kitchen, we have the painting, obviously. We have 1 thing of cash, 1 painting, and then a bunch of shit that should fit into my bag. She's leaving. 1, 2, 3. Get that. I don't see now. I got, like, the price, like, the note in the garbage said there was, like, a pricey coffee machine in here, but that's clearly a lie. Okay, so hang on now. What do we got? Kitchen. Painting, 1 thing of cash, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was it then. That was everything in the kitchen. Wow, these guys are way easier to rob than the Powells, man. Now, the other thing I'm wondering is, like, if I'm not at the house, I don't know if they call the cops when something's stolen. So, like, since I'm out of range of the house now, like, if he walks back into the kitchen and sees that his painting is gone, sees that his everything is gone, I don't know if the cops will actually be called. Sorry, I'm a little sick, just a tiny bit. So, like, the locks get reset, so there's a good chance that, like, them noticing that shit's missing is also reset, but yeah, crouching in a weird place. I mean, it's one of those things where I get that people would be annoyed by it, but I feel like, because, like, if they can see you, their little cone of light turns. Oh, actually, you know what? Our next thing on here is actually the living room, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in it. Oh wait, no it doesn't. 3 of those are gifts. That would only be Christmas. So 1, 2, 3. 2 of which are things that I can't even take. So we'll skip the living room for now. We now have a corridor, which looks like it actually has a bunch of shit in it that we can take. So now hopefully we can get to said corridor. I wish there was something that told you where you were in the house. Because, like, we have, like, living room and that when they're in it, but unless you see them in a place, you have no way of telling, like, what that place is. Alright, so, like, this is clearly some kind of office. So this out here would be the corridor, which is, oh man, this is going to be beautiful. Alright, let's pause it for a second. What do we got in the corridor? 1 thing of cash and 1, 2, 3 things to pick up. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 things to pick up, and 1 thing of cash. Nice. Okay, so what's next? Let's go to bedroom next, because it's next on the list. Which should be here. Now, actually, what I want to do, because that other chick is about to come home. So we are currently at the Watsons. So utility room, living room, garden. Utility, oof. So they go to the utility room and the garden, which means that they're going to see that the lock has been picked. So actually, do I have a... But once they're out there, obviously, I'm free and clear to rob this place. Although, depending on where they go in the garden, they might see me. But anyway, let's see. Bedroom 1 has 1, 2, 3 things to steal. Oh, 4 things to steal and 2 things of cash. So that's 1. Ooh, I may not have enough space in my bag, depending on what it is. 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, but that's fine, because I have the hiding spot. Okay, so 1, 2... So we got, so we have 1 more thing to steal, and then we got to find the 2 things of cash. Now on here it says that one of the things is a bracelet, but since loot is fairly randomized, like, neither of those vases we picked up are part of this. Unless I'm in bedroom 2 and not bedroom 1. Yeah, because there's 2, okay, gray vase, 2 yellow vases, yeah. So we're in bedroom 2 right now. In which case we're done. There's a painting that I can steal, but I can't take it, so. Well, I'll take a quick look when I come out, because if it is the painting, I can't take it. But if it got replaced by something that's upright, then I can... Well, actually, come to think of it, I guess I can always, like, pop open a front window and leave that way. Since I'm inside, I can't very well leave the way I have been, but we need to go back to the car anyway, because my bag should be fairly full, right? Yeah. So unless this painting got replaced by something, no, it's right there. Also, I did leave like everything open towards that. There is people outside. Ah, fuck. Shit, come on, stop seeing me, stop seeing me, stop seeing... motherfucker, somebody else saw me. So many people around these people, or like around this guy's place, like fuck. Okay, so let's quickly hide in here. Should be safe. Okay, so we're doing good. Apparently there's 3 fucking bedrooms in that place, but one of them only has cash. You know what? The one with just cash in it might be that room that I said looked like an office, because that was a pretty small room. So. Yeah. I figure probably the best thing to do in this neighborhood is to go backwards through the numbers. Because, like, 101 and 102 are the hardest ones. Now, granted, technically, we started with, like, 4, 5, and 6. Or, no, it wasn't. It was 9, 10, and 11 that we started with, so. I mean, and then we switched to 13, and now we're on 12. But, you know, that's beside the point. Alright, back to the car. These, like I said, these guys, the whatever the fuck their name is, the Powell's neighbors are super easy to rob in comparison to the Powells, man. Alright, little toaster. So there is supposed to be a safe in here, but that's probably in the bedroom, right? You know what? We may as well just go back, right? Because everything that I'm seeing in here, like, I don't see anything that's considered upright. Everything that I'm seeing is flat. So, like, we may as well actually just take all this back out. And just ditch for right now. And go back home. And dump everything off so that our bag is empty. Because, like, Like I said, the box is fairly worthless in the car. Like once you get the van, it's the same size as. Actually, I think it's slightly less than my backpack because my backpack can right now hold uh, 35 load, and the box I think in the van can hold 30. I guess technically I don't know. Oh, technically though we did actually finish the job because we stole that painting, which is a job. No. And we'll check Black Bay and everything once we're all done, because if something's in the safe, it will register it for you to sell on there, which is nice. It's also like kind of a downside if you're because like in my other save, in the last area, you can get 3D printers, and like in my regular save, and I had a stolen one, and there's 3D printers and 3D printer Pro, and I stole a Pro and I put it in my house, and I got another one, but when I went to sell it, it took the Pro version. Oh, why am I? Fuck it. Who cares? I mean, I'm not sleeping, so I may as well park here. It's a little bit closer. All right, let's see. Where are you guys right now? Kitchen and utility room. So I can't get into the house right now. Although, if I bust into the bedroom that I was just in, it'll alert the cops, but I can bust in there and then quickly hide in the closet. So that might work. Alright. Kind of wish that I had my glass knife. I don't think there's anything in the bathroom, but... There we go. Alright. So, we are currently in bedroom 2. We got the painting on the wall that I still need to take, so we'll grab that and throw it out back, out the window, and then we'll head over to what is either... actually, come to think, because if that guy's in the utility room and the doors are open, I can't really... We'll see, because if it is bedroom 3, that means that all that's in it is one thing of cash. And if I can get across the room, I can close the door, and nobody in this game realizes that a door has closed. That means somebody had to have done it. Apparently the wind is very powerful and closes doors constantly. Oh wow, I can actually do a full 180 or 360 in this closet. Which is a little weird, but... Okay, close this. What is over here? This has got to be the other bedroom. Get the door. Come on. There it is. There we go. All right. So there should be one thing of cash in here. There it is. Boosh. Bedroom 3 done. Now, if I take... Well, actually, I can open up the other window. Oh my lord. Oh, wait. Whew. Alright. Needless to say, was not expecting that. You know what? I don't think they can hear me climb in and out of the windows. So if I climb in over here, that should put me on top of the bed. Should let me steal the painting. Throw it out there. There we go. Climb out. And I will walk around this side of the house and just chuck it over the fence. There we go. and then I can pick that up at a later date. Now, she is currently in the corridor, and we finished the kitchen, right? Yeah, because it was the living room that we skipped. Because it had those, so. Alright, let's see. Where do they go once he comes back? Okay, so he comes back, goes to the kitchen, which would be fine, and she goes to the living room. Perfect. So as soon as he comes home, I will be free and clear. There we go. Good, because that door is still closed, and I can just quickly get into here. Alright. Bedroom 1. How many things of cash? 2 things of cash, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 or 5 things to steal. So 1, 2. Gotta watch for the window. People may be able to see me. Ooh, just 2, eh? Oh, there's 3. For some reason, that's the only drawer on those desks that open. Like, everything else opens just fine. Like, I can open every bit of this. Nope, no cash. Got a safe, though. Now, the safe lock picking is... It's really easy, but it can get annoying if you fuck it up. When the numbers are really close together is the only time that you should ever really fuck it up. Because you just hold the direction. Oh, fuck. What? Why are you in the bedroom all of a sudden? God damn it, you guys... Oh, wait, no. Why am I detected? You know what, I'm gonna do it anyway, because if the cops come and tase me, I'm fine with it. Since she's apparently decided to go to the bedroom. The bitch. I guess I should have checked further ahead, but I mean... Most people spend more than... Well... Yeah, I was gonna say spend more than like 5 minutes in a room, but I guess... Since it's... I don't know, it says I'm detected, but... But I guess since, you know, technically like an hour passed, I can forgive that. So, like, how many... Okay, so I didn't get either thing of cash. And I got 4 things out of it. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, the last thing that it says on here is a bracelet, which is probably in the safe. And there's a good chance that both things of cash are also in the safe. But unfortunately, as you can imagine, I can't really get into said safe with her in the bedroom. So, let's see now. The Watsons. She's in the... There it is, bedroom. Okay, so she's only in the bedroom until 6, and then... Alright. Oof, but wait a minute. Go back to that. Hang on. Okay, so at 6 she goes to the garden, but then he comes to the corridor. So I can't... I need... Okay, so she's apparently asleep in there. Now, is there anywhere for me... And unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anywhere for me to hide in there. And I don't see me being able to sneak past him once he's in the corridor is the thing. It's like my only real hope would be to have her... Okay, she's... I'm gonna try something dumb here. Now, she's tossing and turning, which is unfortunate because that means that they can detect you. Get in there. Yes. Okay. That is as good as I could hope for. Right there. Because now she goes to the garden. He ends up in the corridor. But that's fine. As soon as he's not looking at me, I will pop out and close that door. Oh, actually, door already closed. Apparently she did not open it on her way out. Alright. But now, like I said, and I showed, actually, when the numbers are really close together, because you're not expecting it, like you can hear it probably, but you can also see the little sound waves at the bottom there. Once they start to get bigger or it gets louder, then you just start going slower. There you go. But once you hit to the end, if you hit shift, you can go faster, because once you're on the last one, it no longer matters. Okay, and there we go. Like I said, both things of cash and the bracelet. Okay, so now that is all the bedrooms cleared. So now, and the corridor. So all we got left now is the living room, which unfortunately does have two flat things. But it also only has one thing of cash and a remote to steal. Okay, bedroom 2 and kitchen. That's, I mean, could be better, but could be much, much worse. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I don't really know. Okay, just close you in there. Ooh. Okay, there's that. Now if I can find the cash. Damn. Oh wait, I think I see it. That it? Is it? Alright. And there we go. Alright, so now the only thing that we have left in there is a painting. That is the only thing that is left in their house to steal, which I will have to come back for. And there is no pricey coffee machine in the kitchen, unfortunately. It got replaced with, I'm assuming, the alarm clock, just because that was like kind of a weird place for an alarm clock to be, right? Like I can see a clock being in your kitchen, especially like a wall clock. But like just where it was sitting on the counter seems kind of off, like odd, I guess, not off, but odd. All right, but man, that was fairly clean, like all things considered. Like the Powells were much harder, and I'm not quite sure why. Like the Powells took us over an hour, and we're only at like half an hour right now. Well, a little bit over half an hour right now. So like by the time we go back, get that, and then sell everything, might be at like 40 minutes or so. Put that there. It's upside down for some reason. I guess there's no point in me unloading my bag. Go. You don't actually have to close that, by the way. That is 100% optional. Alright. Back to Greenview Street. Okay, so now the only thing that we actually need to steal now is from their living room. So if we can, and their front door I noticed, because I didn't find their house key, but that not every house gets a key that we can steal. But their front door only had like a lockpick, like a level 2 lock on it, which is great because I can get through those, I was going to say fairly quickly, but at the same time it's not really up to me on how quickly those get through. Now, unfortunately that cop is coming that way. If the cop sees you, he automatically chases you down. You can't like get away from, well, I mean you can get away from him obviously, but which way are you coming? You are still coming this way. Have you already passed the turn? You did, which means you will not turn away from me. But that's fine. When we, because we'll have to go to that, obviously, to the house and the pawn shop a couple times, which should lower the alert level here. The only reason why the cop is here right now is because they are currently on high alert. That guy's going to be a dickhead. Okay, let's see. Currently there. They stay in the bedroom for a while, and she stays in the kitchen for quite a while, and then switches to the bedroom. So I should be fine to just wait here. Now, hopefully this guy will keep going straight. Nope, had to be a dickhead, eh? Like, why, buddy? Why? Don't you fucking dare. I see you flipping around over there. You keep going your own direction. Ah, fuck. Wait. Wasn't that... I could have swore that was level 2 when I looked at it last time. Was it a level 2 lock from the fucking inside, but a level 3 from the outside? That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Just gotta quickly get in, get the thing, and get out. So unfortunately, though, that cop does seem to be hanging around this house, which makes sense. I have now robbed them multiple times. Fuck, I'm back robbing them. Ooh, God. Now, I would like to close this, just so that it obstructs her view of the door that I picked the lock. I don't know how much, like how much of a dick they would be about it. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go out the back then. Because I got the painting already. My car is parked out front, but I should be fine. Oh, nice. I didn't actually realize that I could climb out that way, too. I just thought it was one way. A lot of the ivy that you can climb is like a one-way trip. It's not very often that you can do that like that. Alright. And there's the deer painting worth $9 whole, but that's not the point. The point is we have now stolen every possible item from their house. They now have no things that are worth... Well, I was going to say they don't have anything that's worth anything, but at the same time, we stole something worth $9, and I can guarantee you there was stuff in that house that I saw that was worth more than $9. But anyway, that's everything out of their house. So now, we shall go to Black Bay. Let's see. Well, actually, come to think, let's see. Because I don't need climbing gloves until I climb gutters, and I won't need to climb those for a while. The mini electric lockpick would be nice, but at the same time, it's not necessary. The glass knife would probably be better. But at the same time, I can always smash open and hide, is the thing. And that's pretty viable throughout the game. Like, obviously, and actually, it becomes more or less the thing to do later in the game because everything has glass cut sensors on it, so you can't even use this to get into it. So I may actually skip out on the glass knife. The climbing gloves, like I said, that doesn't come into place until later. The mini electric lockpick is... Honestly, I don't know if I'll bother with that one either. The only way I'll bother with it is if we come across a place that I need it for. But I'll save on it for now. We do need the jewelry tools. We do need the hacking tools. We do need the car lockpick gun. The car lockpick gun might be what I save up for first. Okay, so we got the tier trophy golden goblet. We got enough flower vases now. We obviously want to make those. Did I get for here? I did not. Most of that shit's in the last area anyway. Oh yeah, the kitchen stuff was all shit from like... It wasn't even like good stuff. It was like the old toaster and that. Alright, so that's everything I need. So I put everything that like we need to keep out on the shelves. Well, like these we don't need, but they're locked, so I can't sell them yet. But like I put the hard drive there, and the tiers are, well, the one trophy now or vase is there, just in case, because then that way I don't have to worry about accidentally taking them to the pawn shop and selling them. Okay, so we'll sell what we got. We'll see how much money that gives us. And depending on how much it gives us, if it gives us enough for the jewelry or hacking tools. Because see, we can't actually sell the bracelet right now because I need to disassemble it. Now the weird thing about that though is like you disassemble it but it's like then like you just sell it all together anyway. Like there's literally no point in it. I wonder if like how long you've been gone from a place. Okay, so yeah, because I can't place the bracelet, so that'll just have to go in there. No, another TV. Is this Kiss painting worth a lot? 70 bucks. Okay, so we're actually up to 2,700, and I mean like that bracelet is worth 800 by itself. Like, it would take very few. I think everything's a bracelet. I don't actually know if you steal anything other than bracelets for like jewelry. So I mean like they're worth 800, and I think the jewelry thing to take it apart is like a couple grand. So like we may be able to afford that, and it wouldn't even take all that much, like all that many of them, to make the money back off of it. And we get a lot of that throughout the game. All right, so that should be. Make sure I don't miss anything. I already cleared out the safe. Oh, do I have stuff in the bin here? I do not. All right. Last item to sell. I don't even remember how much this was. Probably not a whole lot.
Welcome back.
40 bucks is better than a dear one. Hey, I like that painting. I have that one in. I think I have that one in the bathroom in my other house. All right, so we're now up to 2,900. How much for the van? The van is 35,000, which is a. But it. See now, the van is one of those purchases that's like. Technically, we don't need it, but it would help so much. All right, so we have 2,900. So we could get the jewelry tools, and then we could start breaking down those. Or we could save up for the hacking tools to open up those the things I got downstairs. Or we could really save up for the car lockpick gun. I kind of want the binoculars, but at the same time, that's $1,000, and they're not currently that useful. They become more useful in the second area. The hacking PDA, I might I might skip out on, because when you get the hacking laptop, it can do the same thing as the hacking PDA, but you don't have to be sitting right next to the thing. I think there's a few things that you can't do with the hacking laptop that you can do with the PDA, but they're like very minor. And at the same time, I don't even, because like, I guess the hacking laptop Pro you don't really need until you go to the final area. Because I don't think they introduced that until they introduced the final area of the game. So we'll buy the jewelry tools for now. And we'll take apart the bracelet, which thankfully doesn't take too long. It's still kind of like an annoying kind of thing, because like you have to click on it and then do it. Now but the weird thing is like you don't have to click on the first one. Like as you saw there, I just pulled the first one out right away. But after that, you have to click on them. It's also really fucking bright in here. But yeah, like these things here, because like that's 800, that's 500, that's 1,200 for that phone. I may have wanted to save up for the hacking tools. But that's fine. It's fine. We'll get them eventually. And cause like I don't think that you get any of that stuff that gets locked until fairly late in the game. Like I don't. Later in the regular game. All right, but we'll stop the video there. One house per video. And let's see, what's the next one? They were what, 112? Oh, my rank just went down. So the next one would be 111, which is the Carters, but I think that's the one that we already did, right? Because yeah, we did. Yeah. So 108 would be the next one if we're going down the line, which is the Taylors. Ooh, and they have three rooms, or 3 tenants. That's, yeah. Alright. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you tomorrow, probably, when we rob the Taylors.